It was last year, November 18th, National Injury Prevention Day, a day to address injury and violence, the number one killers of people ages 1 to 44.
Sort of a day of awareness and empowerment. There are things you can do to keep your family safe, and here's what they are.
8 of the country's most effective injury and violence prevention organizations helped push the day's efforts through. That day, they touched the lives of people in need in 47 cities of 35 states. In Philadelphia, the Injury Control Research Center joined others and marched against gun violence. In Louisville, candles were lit to remember the more than 100 children killed by guns in that city. While those two places and 16 others worked toward safer gun storage, Phoenix and more than a dozen cities worked to make sure children travel safely. Cross-country efforts covered both four- and two-wheel vehicles.
Injury and violence prevention is so important, really more important than it has ever been.
Children's Memorial in Houston was among many places making sure families received supplies and information about home safety. New York led the way with trainings to help people stop the bleed in emergencies. And the Injury Control Research Center in Washington State dealt with opioid
Everybody really
abuse.
needs to be involved because that's the only way that we really can create this comprehensive range of strategies to address these issues.
Despite their fight with COVID, people in 52 hospitals showed their support for National Injury Prevention Day and injury and violence prevention. Nearly 26 million #BeInjuryFree impressions were made during a one-hour Twitter chat, and 21 governors, mayors, and county representatives proclaimed November 18th as National Injury Prevention Day.
It's going to really signify a message to everyone that injury is a priority. It is important, and that we can do something right now with protecting and preventing injuries in injury prevention as well as in violence prevention.
When the sun went down, there was one last plea, asking the nation to shine a green light to raise awareness about the need for injury and violence prevention. And that night, from New York to California and 100 places in between, the nation responded.